shot and scores!
Nice Shabbat curled and drives and scores!
And the Senators win it.
Five apart, another chance, Madison scores! Great Madison! Oh, and got it! Green! Oh, Green again! Scores!
Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Now, before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_, and on Instagram at Sens Talk. Now, tonight, the Sens took on the Montreal Canadiens in the Senators' first game in just under a week. It's great to see Sens hockey back on our TVs once again. But before we get into tonight's recap, a few things. Firstly, go to SeatGeek.com, use the promo code SensTalk to save $20 off your first purchase. Make sure to take advantage of this great deal now. As well, we are honored to be sponsored by the premier culture magazine in Ottawa, Faces Magazine. Make sure to check out the new March issue from Faces Magazine today. Magazines are offered for free in grocery stores and select locations across Ottawa. And this month's, magazine for Faces Magazine features a cover interview with Sanders legend number 4, Chris Phillips, on his new role at the Sens Community Foundation. The March issue as well features the likes of Sanders star Drake Batherson and Sportsnet's Carl Bukowska. So make sure to get your magazine for March today from Faces Magazine. Also, don't forget to follow Faces on their social channels for great content, crazy contests, plus more. On Instagram, that's Faces Ottawa, and on Twitter and Facebook, that's Faces OTT. Now, the Sens took on the Montreal Canadiens tonight. For the Ottawa Senators, Philip Gustafsson started, and for the Montreal Canadiens, that was Jake Allen. Now, before we get into tonight's recap, there are a few moves that the Sens made. A couple of electric college signings, and a trade. Let's get to the trade first. Firstly, a few days ago, the Senators traded defenseman Christian Wolanin to the Los Angeles Kings for Mike Amadio, an NHL depth forward. This depth forward has some NHL experience. He also has a lot of AHL experience. So this will allow Belleville to bolster their forward group. It allows Ottawa another depth forward to call up on an emergency basis if needed. It's a warm body. It's a solid trade for Ottawa. They get an NHL depth forward, which they need. Belleville needs scoring. He will provide that scoring. And for Christian Wolanin, this allows him a fresh start in Los Angeles. We wish him the best of luck. I have no doubt in my mind that he will be a good player somewhere. Hopefully that's with Los Angeles. Best of luck to you, Christian, as you continue to try to resurrect your career. We wish you the best of luck. Now today, the Sens made 2 electric college signings. First, with 2018 first-round selection draft pick, Jacob Bernard-Docker signing his entry-level deal today with the Ottawa Senators. He will report to the Senators organization to play in the National Hockey League with the Ottawa Senators in just under 8 days. As well, Shane Pinto, the Hobey Baker Award finalist, both from UND, North Dakota, signed as well today with the Ottawa Senators. This kid is electric. He's a center. Jacob Bernard-Docker, of course, is a defenseman. Shane Pinto is a center. Many have compared him to potentially be Mark Scheifele, a number 1 center of the future for the Ottawa Senators. That's some comparisons that I've heard about this kid. Get excited if you're a Sens fan. JBD is a solid defenseman who should really stabilize the blue line for years to come, and Shane Pinto can very well be the number 1 center of the future for the Ottawa Senators. But it's important to note they are both rookies, they're both college players, and they're going to struggle, so let's not be too hard on them. They're just trying to adapt and learn. So please be patient with these 2 players. Now tonight, the Sens took on the Montreal Canadiens, and just after these 2 electric signings of JBD, which we're thrilled to have in Ottawa, and Pinto, we have to play a hockey game. So let's get to that game. Firstly, 9 minutes in, not much going on. We fast forward 11 minutes into the game, 9 minutes to go in the period. The Canadiens get a break. Gallagher throws it on that Shabbat, deflects the shot right to Deneau, who puts it home past Gustafsson. The Canadiens strike first. It's 1-0 Montreal. And as we head to the second period of play, Montreal leads 1-0. And my first period of thoughts are very simple. That first period of play, Tim Stützle was absolutely buzzing. It was one of his better periods as of late. And I would be shocked if he didn't score or got a point tonight. This kid is all over the ice. He is eager to get a point tonight. As well, for the Canadiens, they look energized. They're getting plenty of chances. Sens it too. But overall, that period, Tim Stützle was generating a lot of chances. And the Canadiens and Senators are trading a lot of chances. And the second period should be a really, really heavily contested one because both teams in that first period looked really, really good. Now let's get to the second period of play where Ottawa is looking to tie it versus Montreal. Let's get to that right now. Welcome back. After 40 minutes of play, the Ottawa Senators find themselves down by 2 goals now to the Montreal Canadiens as the Habs extend their lead to 2. It's a 2-0 game after 2 periods of play. Now, in this portion of today's video, I'm going to answer your questions. By the way, if you ever want your question answered after the first period of play, after every single SENS game, on our Twitter account, @SENS_, we post a tweet for you to reply to with your questions. So if you ever want your question featured in one of our game recaps, make sure to follow us on Twitter, @SENS_, and keep your eyes peeled to the timeline after the first period of play. Now, the first question comes in from Colby Sharir. They ask, what do you think are the expectations for Jacob Bernard-Docker and Shane Pinto once they get into the lineup? There's no expectations. I guess the only thing you could say is for them to learn and develop. It's not an easy transition from NCAA to hockey, to the National Hockey League. That being said, as I said in my interview with Angus Cruikshank, which was uploaded less than a week ago on Friday, make sure to check that out, of course. I mentioned how NCAA allows players to learn how to play against bigger-bodied men that can hit. So JBD and Pinto have already the physicality experience in NCAA that should help them in the NHL and to help them translate their game to the NHL. But it's going to be a learning experience for these two guys. These guys aren't going to dominate right away in the NHL, and we shouldn't expect them to. Just let them learn, let them develop, and just... as long as they, it's a learning period for them. So as long as they learn, they develop, and they're mentored properly, nothing to complain about. There's no expectations whatsoever. The next question comes in from Algonquin. They ask, do you think there's any chance we could trade Dadonov, or will no one take that contract? I'm not even going to bother answering. Good question. I've had a lot of people ask me, and the only reason I'm not going to bother answer is because Pierre Dorion is not going to trade Evgeny Dadonov. This is his biggest free agent signing yet. I wouldn't consider Matt Murray a free agent signing. We traded for him. So this is the biggest free agent signing Pierre Dorion has pulled off as a Senators general manager. Maybe Artem Zub can make that argument there, but really, this is the big first-name contract Sens have gotten through free agency in a long time, since Clark MacArthur. So no, this is a big splash by the Ottawa Senators. They would look really bad on Pierre Dorion and the management team as a whole if they traded him in their first year. Maybe next year they can explore a trade, but definitely not this year. Now, the final question comes in from Dave Murray. They ask, with Chabot on pace for more than 25 minutes of ice time tonight, are you worried about him being quote-unquote burnt out? Or how would you better manage his ice time? And who is he best paired with? Thanks. Love the channel. Firstly, thank you for all the support, Dave Murray. Big respect. Yeah, I am worried about him being burnt out. He's averaging in the last 5 games 31 minutes and 9 seconds a game. It's too many minutes for any player, let alone Tom Chabot. So I saw some people mention Jacob Bernard-Docker potentially being shifted to the right side there with Chabot. I think that'd be great. JBD, he's ready for the NHL, and while I just said, and I will say it again, he needs to learn and develop, and it takes time. I think he could step in right away and provide a stable presence on that pairing with Chabot. So if you want to talk about anyone to be paired with, I think if you want immediate success for JBD, you put him Chabot. I think that would help Chabot with his minutes. On top of that, if you want to talk about how would you manage his ice time, just, feed Zub more minutes. Him and Riley are capable. They can take more minutes on, and Zub is a really underrated defenseman. But yeah, feed Zub and Riley more minutes. Maybe put JBD with Chabot, pair them together, and I think that's how you can limit Chabot's minutes. And besides that, let's get to the third period of play where Ottawa finds themselves down by 2 goals now, looking to make a comeback. Let's get to that right now. Welcome back. After 3 periods of play in tonight's game, we have a final score. The Montreal Canadiens take down the Ottawa Senators 4-1 in regulation, snapping the Senators' 6th consecutive game point streak. Now, the last 2 minutes saw the Senators getting a power play thanks to Lehkonen taking a penalty late, and Connor Brown scored the lone goal for Ottawa tonight to break Allen's shutout bid with 58 minutes to go in the game. Now, even though Brown got that goal, and that's some good news, hey, good for him, there was some bad news before the period even begun. Before the third period begun, the Senators announced that forward Colin White had sustained an upper body injury and did not return in tonight's game. We have no further update besides that. Now, keep in mind, recently Colin White was injured, so this potentially could be a flare-up from that already existing injury. We have no further update as of right now. I'll keep you updated in the next video on what happened with Colin White. Hopefully he's okay. Now the Sens fall to the Montreal Canadiens tonight 4-1. Brown gets the lone goal for Ottawa. And speaking of Brown, let's get to the Sens Talk Star of the Night, voted by you, the fan. So let's get to that right now. I posted that no more than 3 minutes ago. We got 62 votes. It's 9:30 right now. I posted it at 9:27, so here are the results. In 4th place with 5% of the vote, Josh Norris. I always like his game. He was good defensively, got a couple offensive chances. I always enjoy watching Norris. The 3rd star with 13% of the vote and the lone goal tonight for Ottawa, Connor Brown. Got a goal in the last couple minutes, got a couple opportunities. I was going to put him as a SENS Star of the Night option, even if we got shut out. I liked his game tonight. 3rd star. 2nd star with 34% of the vote, Philip Gustafson, making a lot of stops. 34 saves on 38 shots for an .895 save percentage, but I'd say all 4 of those goals weren't his fault. And Tim Stützle, with 48% of the vote, is their SENS Star of the Night. Congratulations, Timmy. He didn't get a point tonight, unfortunately, but he could have gotten multiple. He had multiple great opportunities. But besides that, the Senators fall to the Canadiens 4-1, and I'll see you on Saturday for the Montreal Canadiens versus the Ottawa Senators game at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is the next SENS game. But besides that, thank you all for watching. Once again, I will see you Saturday. So thank you all for watching. Make sure, most importantly, to click the big red button down there, subscribe to us, like this video, and share this video with your cool stuff. And most importantly of all, do not forget to turn the notification bell on so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. Besides that, the Senators fall to the Montreal Canadiens 4-1. I'll see you Saturday night, where hopefully the Senators can get some revenge and win that one. But we'll see you then. Go Sens, go.